Some brand new footage for Avengers Endgame was shown at Disney Studios today, which apparently reveals the opening scene of the movie. If you guys do not want the opening scene of Avengers Endgame to be spoiled to you, please click off the video now. If you're still here, let's go ahead and talk about what was leaked to us and the description of the brand new footage. Apparently, there were two separate clips that were shown. The second one was actually the clip that we've heard a lot about, with Captain Marvel and the rest of the Avengers resolving to kill Thanos and venturing off into space. But we've already done a video about this leaked description, so I will link that video in the description down below. In this video, we'll only really be focusing on the first scene that they showed at the Disney Studios meeting. That sequence again apparently being the opening scene for Avengers Endgame. Apparently the entire opening sequence is set to the tune of Dear Mr. Fantasy. The opening sequence involves Nebula as well as Tony Stark on board the Benatar. The Benatar being the ship that the Guardians of the Galaxy had in Avengers Infinity War. In various clips throughout Endgame, we see Nebula and Tony Stark together on this ship. Apparently the opening sequence is some interaction between Tony Stark and Nebula. The sequence revolves around them repairing the ship, but also playing games and interacting. Specifically though, a small tabletop game, as the footage goes a long way to do a lot for the characters of Tony Stark as well as Nebula, and explore their differences as well as their similarities. Similarities meaning that they both use a lot of their powers through mechanical means, but differences as far as the character of Nebula being far more aggressive, and Tony Stark being more playful, but both of them overall not really being understanding individuals, with the two of their interactions being very interesting, as they're the only two people left on Titan following the decimation and the Thanos snap. So according to this information, the opening sequence of Avengers Endgame picks off right after Infinity War, with both Stark and Nebula in space. It's unclear exactly if the two of them are adrift at this point in time, but what is known is that the opening sequence of Endgame essentially revolves around these two characters. We don't really get much more information about this though, and it's unsure if Iron Man actually records his message for Pepper Potts in these opening sequences, or if it just follows Tony and Nebula together on the Benatar. But really, that's all the information we have about the opening sequence for Avengers Endgame. But what are your guys' thoughts on this? And do you think that this is a good way overall to open up the movie? The Russo brothers said that they wouldn't really give much context of the clips, although we would be able to figure it out. They also said that two scenes were selected that weren't really spoilery, and that both scenes took place in the first part of Endgame. The Russos explained that these clips were selected more to give a tone for the movie than really to give anything specific away, as of course we know, as Tony Stark and Nebula being in space were one of the first things that were revealed for Avengers Endgame. But again, what are your thoughts on this leaked description for the opening of Avengers Endgame, and how it follows both Tony and Nebula in space interacting, playing games surprisingly, and fixing the Benatar, trying to get back to Earth? Again guys, we are currently giving away a Thanos Hot Toys figure. To enter that giveaway, all you have to do is like this video, subscribe, turn on notifications, and tell me in the comments below who your all-time favorite MCU villain is. Again, my friends, thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button to join our team, and have a great day.